Hello, everyone. A very happy International Day of the Girl to you all, and welcome to our virtual event to celebrate this important day with you and the esteemed keynote speakers, ICT and STEM girl speakers, and mentors from all over Europe and Central Asia. My name is Anastasia Georgia Bosančić. I will be your moderator today, and I myself am a young activist, especially in the fields of human rights, climate change, and equal opportunities for all, and I'm also a young European ambassador. Very excited to be here and hear inspiring stories from our speakers and mentors. Before we officially start, just a little reminder for today's event, couple of keynotes. You will also have the option to follow this event in Russian language. All you have to do is click on the CC button at the bottom of the screen to turn on closed captioning. This will provide a text-based transcript of what is being said. Also, this event will be recorded and can be accessed on the UNDP UNICEF STEM4ALL platform. And the whole audience is encouraged to put relevant comments in the chat box, which will be collected through the event, and we will try to reflect on them all during today's session. Today, we gathered here to celebrate the International Day of the Girl. This year's theme is Invest in Girls' Rights, Our Leadership and Well-Being. In a context of challenges to gender equality, girls face significant impacts on various fronts like healthcare, education, and violence prevention. We gather here today to call for advancement of global efforts to move beyond promises and invest in girls who are already driving positive change in their communities. And technology, of course, is a crucial tool to support their work, activism, and leadership. The STEM4ALL event has been co-organized by UNDP, UNICEF, to have a discussion on this theme. The event comprises of two parts, and in the session one, we will be hearing from inspirational women and girls in Europe and Central Asia who are working in STEM fields or supporting women and girls to follow their passions in STEM. Session two is a mentoring session for girls to meet with inspiring female mentors who are working in STEM fields. So please stay until the end of the session one if you would like to join the mentoring session. Now, let's start our exciting program for today. First, I would like to pass the floor to Octavian Bivol, UNICEF Deputy Regional Director for Europe and Central Asia, for his opening remarks. Octavian, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Great, because I got a message on my screen and I closed it. It's really my pleasure on behalf of UNICEF to be here in this meeting, in this virtual space, and to welcome all of you. I'm so delighted to see so many girls, young women participating in this meeting dedicated to the International Day of the Girl. It is a day indeed to celebrate the many achievements, the efforts, the innovation, the work which is fundamental source for transformational change for gender equality. I'm also very pleased to be in this meeting together with our colleagues and friends from UNDP, with whom we're organizing this event, and warm greetings to Ivan and the team in UNDP. This initiative, STEM4ALL, which is a joint initiative of UNDP and UNICEF, aims indeed to increase the representation of women and girls in the field of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We have been looking forward for hosting this event under our shared goals to support and develop the next generation of female innovators and change makers. Today, with increased connectivity, with the new and vibrant technological solutions, and more digital work opportunities than ever, adolescent girls in Europe and Central Asia could be their generation's leading engineers, data scientists, IT specialists. Yet, we know that the gender digital divide, limited skills opportunities and career prospects, and harmful stereotypes and gender norms continue to hold them back. The jobs and opportunities of the future are immense in the field of STEM, but girls miss critical opportunities to flourish and remain quite often underrepresented. Investing in empowerment and skills building in adolescent girls in all their diversity remain a top priority for UNICEF. And we're very pleased that we're working across the whole region. And in many countries, we have fantastic initiatives and results. Let me just share some examples where we think there is really best examples of how the STEM approaches are developing. For example, the UNISAT nanosatellite programs in Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan equips girls with skills to plan, engineer, and launch small nanosatellites for air pollution analysis. Close to 4,000 adolescents, girls, and boys completed skills development programs in Albania, including those who are out of school and live in remote areas. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, the IT Girls Initiative support adolescents with IT skills building and teachers to train on gender responsive teaching practices to encourage girls to pursue careers in STEM. The Impact Sourcing Initiative in Tajikistan, for example, provides girls living in rural areas with digital skills to obtain jobs and entry into the labor market. In Uzbekistan, over 700 girls, including those with disabilities, are equipped with social, digital, coding, engineering, and data analysis skills. And these are only a few examples. There are many more, and today I'm sure we'll hear about the various good practices and experiences. Although we all know that investing in girls is the most powerful and smart investment for development, funding is still too small to ensure every girl has access to basic education, health, social services. International development and humanitarian actors, governments, the private sector, and civil society organizations can play their parts to make structural changes and policy decisions to scale up investing in girls. Therefore, we are very delighted that today we have Ms. Agnieszka Skuratovic from the European Commission and Ms. Susan Warner from MasterCard as keynote speakers to hear their different perspectives on the importance of investing in girls' development and well-being. In conclusions, allow me to congratulate you once again with the International Day of the Girl. Let us work together for all girls to have the access to quality education and training, to develop the necessary skills, the new skills for the new jobs ahead of us, and remain assured that UNICEF will remain very close to all of you to support you the best way we can in this endeavor. Thank you so much, and looking forward for a very interesting and productive discussion today. Thank you. Back to you, Anastasia.
Thank you so much, Mr. Octavian. And it's wonderful that you shared some real-life opportunities that are happening in Albania, in Bosnia, and Tajikistan. Next, I would like to pass the floor to Ivana Živković, Assistant Secretary General, Assistant Administrator, and Director for the Regional Bureau for Europe and Commonwealth of Independent States of the United Nations Development Programme, for her opening remarks. Ivana, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Anastasia, and dear colleagues and friends. It's great to be here on the Day of the Girl. Thank you, Octavian, for your kind words. We at UNDP are very proud of our STEM4ALL initiative and really appreciate our outstanding partnership and cooperation with UNICEF. Our mission to close the gender gap in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields extends beyond just achieving gender equality. It's about shaping our future, a future that thrives on innovation and inclusion. Just consider these statistics that only 22% of professionals in emerging fields like artificial intelligence and data science worldwide are women. Then globally, women account for only 12% of members in national science academies. While in Europe and Central Asia, women make up nearly 40% of those in research, the enrollment in STEM university programs shows a different story. Women take up only 32%. But why does it matter now? Because the world of work is undergoing a rapid digital transformation. Almost every job role today and in the future will require STEM skills, irrespective of the industry. And by 2025, 28% of organizations believe they will need to overhaul the digital skills of a third of their workers to stay competitive. This amplifies the significance of our efforts to invest in women and girls in STEM. UNDP's global strategy on gender equality prioritizes equal access to STEM education as one of the enablers and accelerator for achieving gender equality results through partnerships with women's rights movements, policymakers, the private sector, and academia. Our regional initiative, STEM4ALL, stands at the forefront of this mission. Launched in 2022, this UNDP-UNICEF joint digital platform is a one-stop destination designed to grow the presence of women and girls in STEM fields. All stakeholders, from the private sector to policymakers, from academics to civil society organizations, can find data, resources, and good practices to support their work to advance gender equality through STEM. Similarly, STEM4ALL is helping light pathways for women and girls. This is a dedicated space to find postings for internships, job openings, entrepreneurship support, mentorship opportunities, online courses, and resources. This is a space where women and girls can champion their causes, raise awareness, and unite for a change, as well as hear stories and podcasts from women and girls in STEM who are making their mark in the world. At the heart of STEM4ALL is a community, the STEMinist Network, connecting talent and expertise from governments, private sector, academics, media, and civil society, making space for discovery, knowledge transfer, and innovation in an efficient and quick way. With its current membership of over 225 people spanning 35 countries and territories, STEM4ALL has established itself as an important community and a networking tool. In fact, today's interactive mentoring session is the result of the collective efforts of several members of the STEMinist Network, with organizations from Turkey, Azerbaijan, Hungary, and the United States, helping design today's session, and many members in the network serving as mentors here today, for which we're very thankful. As we mark the International Day of the Girl, we recommit ourselves to not only understanding the status of women and girls in STEM, but also to investing in the transformative change they underscore. The STEMinist Network collaboration, dialogues, and shared insights represent a tangible outcome of that commitment. In harnessing the potential of girls today, we're setting the stage for an innovative, inclusive, and sustainable tomorrow. The future is theirs and starts with the present. STEM is not the end objective. It is the way for women and girls to exercise their potential and leadership in all spheres of their lives. Their journey matters, and we believe in the partnership that support it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ivana, and thank you for telling us more about STEM4ALL network. Today, we also have wonderful speakers who will share with us the importance of investing in girls' education and skills development. First, I would like to welcome Ms. Agnieszka Skuratovic, Head of Education, Youth and Culture Unit of EU International Partnerships Department, European Commission. Ms. Skuratovic, floor is yours, and we're excited to hear what you have to share with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Anastasia, dear colleagues, dear partners, dear friends. Hello from Brussels. Thank you for having organized this important interactive webinar and workshop on topics that are close to our hearts: girls' empowerment through quality education and skills. Poverty, disability, restrictive social norms and gender-based expectations, crisis and conflict, child labor, sexual and gender-based violence, early and forced marriage, and early pregnancy are all big barriers preventing children, young people from schooling. In most countries, these barriers impact disproportionately on girls and must be challenged. Around 260 million young people are today not in education or training. A striking two-thirds of these are girls. In addition, significant gender differences when it comes to the choice of study subjects, and notably for ICT and STEM, too often limit girls' choices for further learning and employment, which in turn leads to lost social and economic opportunities and risks reinforcing gender inequality. Enhancing support for girls' access to primary and secondary education and its completion are key for them to acquire the requisite knowledge and skills for further learning and to be empowered, active, responsible, and productive citizens. It also helps accessing green and digital jobs, rich in STEM content, and provides broader career options. In light of these challenges, the agenda of girls' empowerment and access to quality education is enormous and should be addressed through a multidimensional action. The EU's engagement is driven by a series of concrete, action-oriented, political, institutional, and legal anchors. First of all, our financial regulation, the Neighborhood Development and International Cooperation Instrument, the so-called NDICI Global Europe, calls for at least 85% of new initiatives to have gender equality as a principal or a significant objective. It is within this context that our Global Gateway strategy commits us to invest in quality education with particular attention to the inclusion of girls and women. While focusing on connectivity through big investments in energy, digital, and transport infrastructure in our partner countries, our support to those sectors goes all through enhancing relevant ICT and STEM skills. We are promoting girls' and women's equal uptake of STEM qualifications and employment opportunities, which are key to a just green and digital transition. You may have also heard about the European Union's Gender Action Plan. Our GAP explicitly calls for more gender equitable achievement and increased investment in girls' education to improve access to STEM, digital skills, and technical and vocational education and training. The GAP also calls for comprehensive sexuality education and robust measures to combat school-related gender-based violence and discriminatory gender stereotypes. It promotes parity in primary and secondary completion rates and learning outcomes, as well as parity in the proportion of women in teaching and education management jobs. We also want to tackle girls' empowerment through supporting youth action. 1 year ago, the European Commission adopted its first ever youth action plan in EU external action. Youth empowerment is at the core of the YAP, with key actions focusing on education, skills, and reducing inequalities, including measures to give women equal opportunities to pursue STEM careers. We also invest in more sex and age disaggregated data, which should be used to inform gender-responsive education policy and resource planning. It is based on evidence that we can determine gender parity in progress and achievement in literacy and numeracy, STEM, digital, and TVET, and by extension, the ability of the education system to deliver gender equal opportunity and access to employability and further education. So we are playing our part. Girls and young women require also positive examples, role models, and support to overcome stereotypes and realize that they too can embark on a fulfilling and successful career in all areas, including STEM and ICT. But also us, policymakers, representatives of international organizations and of the private sector, should be targeted by actions that highlight existing gender biases and deeply rooted stereotypes and prejudice in order to make progress. Today's webinar definitely contributes to these efforts. So happy International Day of the Girls to everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kuratovic, and thank you for letting us know more about policies and for your wonderful words of encouragement. Next, we will be hearing from Ms. Susan Werner, Vice President of Community Engagement at the Center of Inclusive Growth at MasterCard, about her dedicated work to promote girls' skills development in STEM. Ms. Werner, over to you.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Anastasia and UN and UNICEF for having me. I really appreciate it. And happy International Day of the Girl to everyone. This is a very special day for us here at MasterCard. The stats you heard are right. And I'm sad to say that because I've been running a STEM program for 10 years now, almost 10 years. When we first thought about what were the issues in our world at MasterCard. So I'm sure you all think, well, that's a credit card company. And that's what I thought when I joined the company, but we're not. We're a payments technology company. So we're cryptology, we're keeping information safe, we're fraud detection, we're big data, digital convergence, algorithms, AI, blockchain. These are all the subjects that we were looking at over 10 years ago now. And so we also saw that the equity, the state of equity was not there, that although it's a 50-50 world, 1 in 5 boys were pursuing STEM versus 1 in 20 girls. So we created Girls for Tech as a way to showcase to girls that it takes all kinds of skills to pursue a STEM career, that skills like initiative and curiosity, frankly, are the 2 best skills you could possibly have. That desire to learn, I'd say, is the 3rd one. And so we wanted to showcase our technology, but also our employees and their passion for these subjects so that girls could see and then become, right? You can see it, you can be it if you can see it. So that's what we did. We started out in the US. We quickly launched outside the US in 2015. I'm thrilled to say we're in 63 countries now, all run by our employees. We're in Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Kyrgyzstan, and more countries to be added as well. And in fact, even our girlsfortech.com site is translated into Kazakh and more languages to come. But when you think about what you want to do in your career, it's really important, and the jobs are out there for girls. I'm in a office that likes to turn out the lights every few minutes. But think about your careers. Companies like ours are dying to hire more women in technology. So understand that's what we're looking for. Again, someone who's curious, someone who has initiative. Everything else can be taught, frankly. So Girls for Tech is all about teaching the difference between symmetric encryption and asymmetric encryption, and sometimes the perils of symmetric encryption. It's all about using your skills to solve a big data problem, right? And learning what's happening, assessing the situation, looking at the data, and then coming up with solutions. So these are real world activities that we do every single day. We use algorithms for processing information super fast, but also for privacy, to keep information safe. So we have the girls run through these activities so they can see what we're doing. And again, it's all about, if you can see it, you can be it. So on this International Day of the Girl, I tell you, I wish I could say it was 50-50, not yet. Even in the world of cybersecurity, which is a huge, lucrative, fun industry, it's about 25% women, and they need more women. I'm telling you right now, because we know that we can't create better technology, better products and services without everyone at the table. So that's why we just think it's so critical for girls to stay in these subjects, to stay in math, to stay in science, pursue technology, outside, certificates, anything you can gain to showcase your interest in this space. Companies will be looking for you. They really will. So I'm so excited to be here. And again, thank you all for having me. I hope you have the best day, but also just the best lives, because I know that STEM will take you there. right? I see all these women at MasterCard, they're traveling, they're discovering and on the cutting edge of what we're doing in AI and blockchain. They're super cool. They're rock stars as far as I'm concerned. And look, I know that anything's possible because I'm an English major, a literature major, and I've created the world's largest STEM program for girls. So I actually am sitting here saying, anything is possible for you. So I'm just, again, thrilled to be here. And I wish you all the very, very best.
Thank you very much, Ms. Werner. And it's very nice to hear that companies are getting involved and that girls can actually count on your support. Thank you once again. And what's more important is that today 6 STEM girl leaders are here, and all of whom have joined UNICEF STEM Digital Skills Development Program. They're divided into 3 groups, and they will talk under the different topics. So first, I would like to invite Angela Laketa from Bosnia and Herzegovina and Adelia Uzubalieva from Kyrgyzstan in Group 1, who will be sharing their experiences in UNICEF STEM program and how they impacted them. I will pass the floor to Angela first. And yeah, hi girls, happy International Day of the Girl. Welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Angela Laketa and I come from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I joined the UNICEF IT Girls program recently when I joined a 3-day bootcamp in Sarajevo with 40 other girls. Design, robotics, machine learning, all topics were covered by amazing mentors who showed us that regardless of our background, there's always an opportunity for us in the IT world. Interestingly, I turned 19 3 days ago, and I think that someone who's only 19 years old should not even by chance participate equally in the conversation on the topic of female rights. Because those 19 years should be a dam that will protect me from cases of discrimination against women on the one hand, and on the other, it's quite enough to find myself in a situation where I cannot or must not do something just because I'm a woman. I worked in a team whose topic was human and robot interaction. That's something I always wanted to do, and UNICEF made it happen for me. The skills we have acquired at the camps, working in a team, developing empathy, understanding other people's thoughts and ideas, good communication, and much more, are the skills that will turn your work into a fun game you will enjoy. Play. Try to look at all your work through eyes of a kid. And don't get me wrong, you do have to be responsible and reliable, but try to have fun while doing it. Only then it's a complete job. My idea was that the robot would wave at us after finishing the work, and that all of us would wave at him back, to emphasize the accessibility of the robot, that he's not big and scary, but that he's there for us to help us. The waving brought a smile to everyone's face. Be creative. I'm very happy that I'm a part of a generation that has both time and space to change something. But I'm equally sad and somewhat hurt because I know that there is not so small number of girls who, even in less than my 19 years, happen to they cannot or must not do something just because they're women. I joined the workshop at Sarajevo for knowledge and came back with something much more important, experience. Take a chance. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Angela, for being so inspirational, and happy birthday, by the way. Next, we would like to hear from Adelia. Over to you. You have the floor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adelia Uzubalieva. I'm from Kyrgyzstan. As a child, I loved robotics and everything related to computers and cars. And I knew that my future profession would be related to engineering or science. But I did not know how could I start develop my skills in engineering or IT. There was no one who encouraged or supported me. Fortunately, 2 years ago, my school was included in UNICEF Girls in Science program. It has a focus on STEM skills development among girls. I jumped on this opportunity and applied to become a peer trainer, which means I provide training sessions to my STEM peers in school. I cannot say everything was easy because I had no experience of being a teacher or a trainer before. I first needed to learn to be confident and to learn all the new materials about STEM, gender stereotypes, future professions, and so on to deliver my peers. Moreover, my peers also challenged me and did not want to listen sometimes. But as I tried and improved myself with every training, things got better and more engaging. I improved my communication skills and public speaking and communication, and enhanced my confidence. I learned to work with people. Because of my activities, I needed to interact with the vice principal of the school. Many people, including the director and teachers, recognized me. I felt that my voice was heard. I felt very proud of myself. Participation in the program has given me the skills which are extremely important for me, and success. Years of studying at school did not give it to me. Now I understand that soft skills are equally important as hard skills. My self-esteem and perception of myself have changed. It gives me confidence when I talk to my friends and to participate in other projects. I want to continue my sharing my knowledge with my peers at school and beyond. I truly believe that we, the girls, can shape our future. All we need is recognition, safety, and support. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for sharing your journey, and hopefully this is going to inspire many of the girls listening today. And we are so grateful that this program actually changed your life and your perspectives. Now, we would like to move on to group 2, Amina Amirkanova from Kazakhstan and Yasmin Nazarshoeva from Tajikistan, who will be talking about the importance of investing in girls and what girls need to build skills necessary to find STEM jobs. Over to you, Amina.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to hear all of you and be here. It's an honor. And I would like to start my speech about who I am. My name is Amina, and I'm 17 years old, and I'm from Almaty, from Kazakhstan. This summer, I enrolled to UNICEF Level Up course that was designed for game development, and I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity because it's opened a lot of roads to me as a person who had no experience at STEM fields. But before I delve into the topic, let me share a little my journey. I enrolled in Level Up Game Dev, as I said, and this course shattered with stereotypes and sees the incredible opportunities that lie within the STEM field, from learning about virtual and augmented reality to exploring diverse careers in STEM. The Level Up course equipped me with valuable knowledge and ignited my passion for technologies. But what shocked me the most, the emphasis on inclusivity and breaking barriers, especially for girls. My motto, inclusivity for all, has been a guiding principle in my life, and I'm grateful that organizations like UNICEF uphold these values in their projects. For UNICEF, I had the privilege of participating in gamification hackathon, where I participated more than 50 girls from Kazakhstan, and we did projects designed for game development of the UNICEF project. So I met a lot of incredible girls, and me and my team received the honorable place, Best Project Award. Our game was about the young professor and the sciences, and our game emphasizes the importance of mentorship in the field of STEM and how girls should support each other. And the Level Up course, which served as a foundation for my journey, can be a great starting point for everyone who wants to start their field in STEM journey. In closing, I want to emphasize that the experience I gained from the UNICEF Hackathon had a profound impact on me. It showed me the power of collaboration and support, the ability of bright young girls to make a difference, and the importance of inclusivity. It inspired me to launch my own projects. And right now I am working on a project as an art club for kids with autism and special needs to create an inclusive society in Almaty, because everyone has the right to be heard and to be seen and have a community. Inclusivity is our bright future, and by investing in girls, we invest in the future. Together with organizations like UNICEF, we can break barriers, defy stereotypes, and empower girls to excel in STEAM fields. Thank you, everyone, and happy International Girl Day.
Thank you very much, Amina, and we congratulate you on multiplying the knowledge and skills you gained and giving the opportunity to next generation of STEM girls. Next, we would like to hear from Yasmin. Yasmin, the floor is yours.
Hello, I hope you can hear me. So, hello, my name is Yasmin. I'm from Tajikistan and I'm a school student and a member of Young People Advisory Group at UNICEF Tajikistan. Thanks to UNICEF and the learning opportunities and experience received while being a part of YPEG. Now, I've been able to amplify voices of young people, especially young girls from my country, and in different platforms, including this one where I speak today. So today I want to talk about something that is very important to me: why we should invest in girls. It topic deserves our attention, our care, and our strong commitment to equality. For too long, girls have been ignored, silenced, and denied the opportunities they deserve. But I ask you now, can we afford to let this unfairness continue? And can we keep ignoring the potential of individuals who have the power to shape the future? Like, imagine a world where every girl is given a chance to follow her passions and to contribute to society. Can we afford to silence the voice of a girl who has the power to inspire change, challenge norms, and lead with kindness? Can we afford to deny girls access to education, healthcare, and essential resources that would empower them to escape poverty and discrimination? Let's not forget that investing in girls means investing in the foundation of our society. When we invest in girls, we invest in stronger and a more prosperous world. Their empowerment breaks the cycle of poverty and creates a ripple effect of positive change that knows no limit. Furthermore, investing in girls, it's not just about equality. It's about justice. It's about recognizing that every individual, regardless of their gender, deserves equal opportunities and rights. When we provide girls with access to quality education, innovators, and agents of skilling and empowerment, we give them the tools they need to become leaders. We give them the power to challenge social norms, break barriers, and create a more inclusive world. And one of the fields that desperately needs strong presence and contribution of girls is STEM. By giving girls good skilling, guidance, and mentorship in STEM, we can remove obstacles and create a welcoming environment for them to join and succeed. Exposure to STEM from a young age helps them to start strong, and mentoring gives them advice and support, and also a friendly ecosystem will make sure they have a safe places to try new things. Girls-focused scholarships and funding opportunities can also create paths to success. Investing in STEM for girls benefits society in multiple ways. It promotes gender equality, drives economics growth, fosters diversity and inclusion, and empowerment girls to reach their full potential. By removing obstacles and creating a welcoming environment for girls in STEM field, society can reap the rewards of a skilled and diverse workforce that contribute to a prosperous and inclusive future. In conclusion, let's consider the enormous impact we can have by investing in girls. The time has come for us to move beyond the limitation of the past and embrace a future where every girl is given the opportunity to shine. Let's invest in our education, healthcare, and well-being. Invest in our dreams, our ambitions, and our unlimited potential. Thank you.
Thank you, Yasmin, and thank you for being the real change maker in Tajikistan. Thank you both to Amina and Yasmin. And now we would like to move on to the last, group 3, Victoria Nanushi from Albania and Sevinch Karimova from Uzbekistan, who will be sharing tips and advices for girls who are interested to be in this field. I also would like to mention that Savinj has hearing impairment and her sign language interpreter will assist her. But firstly, we will hear from Victoria. Victoria, floor is yours.
Thank you, Anastasia. Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria Nanouche. I'm from Albania, and I'm thrilled to be here with you today to talk about a field I'm deeply passionate about, being girls in STEM. I attended vet school, profiling in the field of IT, and being a 17-year-old girl, I know that I might not quite fit the stereotype of a typical software engineering student, but that's exactly what makes my journey unique. Very often, I hear from my friends that their parents convinced or even forced them into the STEM path, but more often than not, after being in it for a while, they all ended up liking it. However, my experience was a little bit different. My parents didn't push me in any direction, but instead, by letting me explore and find my own passion, it was at the age of 12 when I first dipped my toes into programming, and I haven't stopped since. So I didn't choose this path because someone told me to. I chose it because it's something I'm genuinely passionate about. So today, I want to share with you some tips and advice for girls like me who are interested in STEM and maybe are curious about what the experience is like. So my first tip is actually what I just talked about, and it is to follow your passion. Being in STEM is undeniably challenging, which is reason to ensure that it's something you're genuinely passionate about. Because this means when unavoidable challenges come your way, like finding an error in 2,000 lines of code, your passion will fuel the dedication to solving them. That aside, the second tip I'd like to give is to not be intimidated by the male-dominated image of STEM. It's necessary for the girls coming into STEM to be the ones to show everyone that the field can benefit largely from diversity. Different perspectives can always bring more to the table. Besides that, all the girls in STEM that I know are absolutely killing it, so never think that being a girl can stop you from being a powerhouse. It's important to be confident, trust yourself, your abilities, and be strong. But know that being strong is not about standing alone. It's also about seeking support and learning from one another. Some of the best advice I could ever give you is to build a network of girls in STEM who could be your peers or your mentors. Seek out people who understand your situation or even share it and can provide guidance for you. When we support each other, we not only overcome challenges easier, but we also create an environment where everyone's potential can shine. Girls supporting girls is how we all become stronger. And my last tip would be to not neglect networking. It can open so many doors for you. It could provide opportunities for learning, internships, and new connections. Through my personal experience attending conferences and partaking in competitions or workshops like UNICEF's Upshift has helped a lot in bettering my skills. In conclusion, through your journey, to remember to follow your passion with dedication, embrace your strengths, and never underestimate yourself. As girls in STEM, I hope we can all continue to shine, break barriers together to create a more inclusive future in the field. Thank you all for your attention. That is all from me.
Thank you very much, Victoria, and we congratulate you on how far you've come at such a young age. Next, we would like to give floor to Savinj. Savinj, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Karimova Savinj. I am 70 years old. I study at the boarding school number 102 in Uzbekistan for children with hearing impairment. Also, I study in the IT field, and my biggest dream is going to the university in the field of IT, and also I'm dreaming of traveling. I know that we have little access to information for children with hearing disabilities, and there are very few training programs with sign language translation. I was urged to learn to memorize words in order to use subtitles with sign language translation. I like to do graphic designs, and when we were told that graphic designs courses for children with hearing impairments were being organized by UNICEF, I was very happy and immediately signed up for it. It was difficult at first because there were new teachers and new classmates from different boarding schools. But thanks to our teacher, Mamurakam, and his hard work, he taught us such graphic designs programs as Photoshop, and Corel Draw. I studied IT, and it was in the beginning a bit difficult, and also I didn't really understand well. And sometimes our parents may be against us of studying and developing, and but listen to your heart. And remember that disability cannot be a hindrance, but rather an opportunity for development and new technologies. And thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Sevinch, for following your passion and sharing your story with all of us today. I just wanted to let you know that Amina, Victoria, and Angela will be joining as mentors in session 2, so you will have time to talk to them and ask questions to them directly. Hopefully, it's going to be beneficial to all of you. And sadly, the first part of the event is getting to an end. That's why now I would like to pass the floor to Ms. Shiba Harma, Regional Gender Advisor, UNICEF Europe and Central Asia Regional Office, for her closing remarks. Ms. Harma, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. And to our esteemed panel, our inspirational girl speakers, it's amazing, and all our participants for your engagement as well. I mean, we heard a lot in this session today. While we have seen that many girls are championing solutions, leadership, change in their communities, we still hear that there is an urgent need for increased attention, intentful resourcing in key areas that would enable girls to realize their rights, achieve their full potential. Today, we have also been reminded of various forms of barriers, biases, inequalities that are also emerging in new various forms, rolling back progress on gender equality. But within all of this, we see that there is a particularly harsh impact when it comes to adolescent girls as well. So at the same time, we see that there are so many inspirational girl leaders, peers, mentors amongst all of us, several opportunities and avenues for driving positive change. And that is what we must continue to strive for. We need to invest more with intent and targeted interventions. And if I can just put in some stats here, you know, the 2023 analysis by the ODI, the Overseas Development Institute, concluded that it was less than 6% of ODA by major bilateral donors that was earmarked for gender and adolescence, despite us having a clear rights-based imperative and a case for urgent action when it comes to gender equality. So we have a lot more to be done, a lot to be progressed, and we know that multi-sectoral interventions are needed to deliver the greatest impact. So UNICEF and our partners, as noted in the Women Deliver Conference in Rwanda, we've been calling for a 1 billion increase in investments when it comes to adolescent girls. What this means that, like many colleagues really today mentioned, you know, from addressing maternal care, mental health and psychosocial support for adolescents, young mothers as well, to digital and life skills training, secondary school completion rates, the needs ratios, not in education, employment and training, from combating the impact of early and child marriage and its life outcomes, looking at gender-based violence and supporting survivors of victims and violence prevention programs. There is an urgent need here for increased attention, as we've been calling for. And among, I would say that today, as we have been hearing, that among many of our critical regional priorities, UNICEF and UNDP in the ICA region, we have been joining forces through our STEM4ALL platform. And this is really to advance girls' skills in our region. And we have heard a lot of really impressive examples from our young girls champions as well. So investing in girls' leadership really is about creating that space, that platform, such as STEM4ALL, where girls can continue to get engaged, participate, raise their voices, learn from peers, mentors, role models. And as Ivana mentioned, the world of work is undergoing significant digital transformation as well. So we invite all of you, including our esteemed guests, our partners, our participants, all of you who've been here, you might want to pass on to your networks as well to join, come and see, get engaged with the platform and contribute towards delivering results, which has multiple outcomes for girls. So today, in closing, on behalf of UNDP and UNICEF team, thank you to all of our esteemed speakers and panelists for the first session, sharing your valuable insights with us, amplifying the theme of this year's International Day of the Girl, where we're looking to support girls to achieve their ambition and to boost gender equality everywhere. So thank you for your continued attention also to this particular topic as we close the first part. And I'm pleased to give the floor back to Anastasia for announcing the second part of our exciting event with and for girls. Back to you.
Thank you so much for your closing remarks. I would like to thank all of the audience for joining our event to celebrate this important day together. I would also like to appreciate all the speakers who inspired and motivated us with their exciting stories. Each story was very unique and very encouraging, and I think we all can get one unique message from the first session, which is anything is really possible. We will be opening the session 2 with STEM mentors shortly, so please, all of those who are interested in staying for the session 2, stay online, and we will have a short 60 seconds break. Thank you all, and looking forward to seeing you again in our next event.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
I'll try what it takes to fool this down. I'll do it till the sun goes down and all through the night time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll tell you what you can hear. Keep my sunglasses on while I shed tears. Now is the right time. Yeah.